Hello, everyone. It is good to see you here today. Today I wanted to talk about something that's kind of hit me a little home personally right now. I want to talk about why are the holidays so hard? Why are the holidays hard? Especially in grief and loss. And loss of all different kinds, too, like I've talked about before, not necessarily always loss of death, but loss of relationships, friendships, jobs, livelihoods, you know. And I believe, guys, that the reason why the holidays are hard, I've been really pondering this, especially a lot today, as I've running into some conflict and strife within my own family for the holidays. You know what's coming to me? Expectations. That's the answer. Why holidays are so hard. It's the expectations of these holidays. And I'm going to focus a lot of what I talk about is centered around grief. That's my reality and what I'm dealing with. But I really believe this pertains to all types of losses and grievings. You know, we have our own expectations, unspoken or spoken. And they roam around in my head. I mean, I tend to have a lot of expectations, even though I love to say I don't. I find myself that I do. You know, our expectations often come from good experiences, though. And so, have you ever heard that expression? It has been said that often most disappointments in life come from unmet expectations. Yeah, I would probably agree with that. When I think about the disappointments of my life, many of them are from probably very well are from unmet expectations. If our hopes are dashed enough, stifled enough, the over time, the wounds of our heart, they begin to take over. And I see that in myself, and I definitely saw that in myself today and in the reaction that I had today regarding a certain situation in my family. The wounds in my heart, they just took over. Not proud of my behavior at all, not proud of my reaction at all. Yet the wounds speak pretty loud sometimes, friends. They do. Okay, back to expectations. Of course, everyone around us has their own set of expectations too, and they have their own set of unspoken plans and desires. And our expectations often bump into theirs. And when those two things bump into each other, it is like friction. There you go. That's the word, friction. And boy, it's not pretty. It is not pretty what is happening. And I'm experiencing that in my family. We have different unmet expectations. We have different unspoken expectations. And it's causing major friction right now between me and a sibling. Oh, my heart just yearns, and I'm sure your heart yearns too, for a better, less challenging world. Especially in grief, we just want it way less challenging. Most of us want our holidays to be special, fun, happy. I mean, come on, who doesn't? I mean, seriously. And to think that us in grief don't want those same things, of course we do, you know, but mixed into that is also our desire to please others and make the day special for them, you know, especially as mothers. We really have that in us that we want to make the day very special for them, you know. So once again, expectations are swirling all around me. Talk about stress, you know. Jeez, it's the grace of God we survive. Really. Us bereavement and grief, it is the grace of God we survive, isn't it? You know. But there's something about the holidays, you guys. It's like we just need people to understand. There's something about the holidays that bring up and magnify our losses. They do. I know I'm not the only one out here feeling this way. They bring up and magnify our losses at holidays, special days, like their birthdays, anniversaries, you know? I wish they could understand that these wonderful memories, they bring me joy and sadness together at the same time, you know? I have this huge hole in my heart, you know, guys. These expectations, what are we going to do about these things, you know? What are we going to do about them? You know, grieving well isn't about getting over our loved one. You don't get over a person, okay? You learn to get through this time, this particular holiday, you know, in a situation that is very, very not likable. You know, this is not ideal for us. It's not ideal for our family either. It's not ideal for our friends either. You know, we must remember, you know, guys, every holiday will remind us of our loss. It will. You know, I feel like my holidays now are about overcoming, you know, overcoming. My goal isn't to merely survive, but to make the holidays work for me now, you know? Um, Managing expectations, both mine and others, woo, that's a good life skill. God is training me in this area. He's teaching me in this area. And I'm still in kindergarten to manage my own expectations as others. And right now, I don't feel like I'm doing a good job of managing them whatsoever. I'm not doing a good enough job expressing my expectations. I'm too busy worrying about pleasing them, making the holiday special for them, wanting something to be normal when the reality is there's nothing normal at all. This will be my first Thanksgiving without my father, my mother, my grandmother, as well as another holiday without my Noah and Sophia. A lot of special people missing from my Thanksgiving this year. A handful of phone calls that I will not be able to make to wish them a happy Thanksgiving. You know, but I think managing our expectations is especially important in the holidays following our loss. It is. Holidays can be tough. They can be tough. You know, this year it might be extra hard. You know, it might be extra hard this year. But the Lord is showing me that they can also be good. He's showing me they can also be good, which I'll talk about that in my next video. You know, but for this one, I just wanted to leave it with expectations. That's why I feel like the holidays are hard. And maybe we need to really just think about our expectations. You know, holidays are hard, period, guys. This year's holiday will be different, but they can still be good. You know, I want to leave you with some of these thoughts. Alone time is good. Isolation is dangerous. Okay, guys? It's dangerous. For the holidays to go well, you must take your heart seriously. You must take your heart seriously. You guess what? Newsflash, you get to choose what you do, when, and with whom. And I am preaching to myself on this one, which is why I thought I'd make this video, because everything I said in this video is for me and and so I wanted to share and encourage, and maybe it helped bring a light bulb on for someone else, maybe why they feel like this year they're struggling just a little bit extra more, so that Thanksgiving is around the corner and we're going to the stores and all the Thanksgiving stuff is up, or we feel like we're bumping heads with other family members on making plans for Thanksgiving. It's these expectations, you know. We need compassionate, safe people for this journey. We do, guys. We deserve that. You deserve that. Each of us deserve that. You know, you're not leaving your loved one behind. We're moving on with them in a new way. You know, moving on in a new way. And I don't necessarily like this new way, guys. Don't let the holidays use you. Okay? Use the holidays to grieve well and love well. So don't let the holidays use you. You use the holidays to grieve well and love well. I believe in you. I believe in me. I believe we can do this together, guys. Okay? Whew, take a deep breath. Here we go, right? Thanksgiving's around the corner. Here it comes. I want to just leave you with about 3 short, or maybe 4 short thought questions, just for you to kind of think about, ponder over in your mind, chew over and think about. And if you totally feel free, drop me a comment and let me know your thoughts to those questions. But these are questions I'm asking myself, actually. Question 1, what are your expectations of this holiday? For yourself, for your family, for others? Number 2, what do you think others' expectations are? That's a big one. What do you think others' expectations are? And I'm starting to find out that they're always a little bit different than what we kind of came up in our minds too, when we're given an opportunity to talk to them. Which expectations create the most stress for you? And which expectations are simply unrealistic for this holiday, this year? You know? And I wonder if we could maybe like answer those and be able to be honest and be surrounded with people that will allow us to be honest. We might maybe just get somewhere. We might maybe just make some headway this Thanksgiving holiday. God bless you, each of you. Go with God and be well. And, I can't wait to see you next time on our next video, and we'll talk about how the holidays can still be good, even though they are still so hard.